Triple R coming at you fast and loud from Big Bend National Park. Psst. Come here. Closer. Closer. I came up with something new. And I like it, which means you're going to love it. And I'll tell you about that in a moment. First, it is January 23rd, and we got 38 days in a wake-up until it is AT Day. So I arrived in Big Bend yesterday afternoon and didn't do a whole lot after checking in, getting the RV set up and all that. At about 2:30, I did go for, I don't know if I'm going to call it a short hike, but it took a long time. I was gone about 3 hours. But I was just stopping a lot, enjoying the scenery. And I only took a few pictures and did a few, maybe 5-second videos. I will run those right after this segment here. But today I have to drive over to the Chisos Mountains, which is where all of the primary hiking is. And that's what I'm going to start doing today and for the next 3 days. The RV village I'm in only has one hiking trail. And that's what I did yesterday. And I didn't want to get all into the big production since I just got here, but I had to get out. The day was beautiful. It was like 60 degrees. It wasn't a cloud in the sky. The sun was, it is exactly like it is today. Hopefully you're just looking at what's behind me. And turn even a little bit more. Oh, now the sun is in my eyes. Okay, so what I came up with, the new idea, is all of you right now, right this moment, you are all Riley's roadies. That's right. There's no escaping it. You're in. Join the wave. It's a global phenomenon. You can't get out now, babies. You are Riley's roadies. So we have Riley's Retirement Road, your humble host, Triple R, and you, Riley's roadies. So come along with me. We're going to change clothes, put on our hiking gear, throw on the pack, and then I have to drive about 30 miles to the Chisos Mountains entrance. And I guess I'm going to have to do this every day, back and forth. And it is slow speeds here, very slow. I'll get into that later. So, let's go, roadies. Friggin' unbelievable. I'm telling you what, drop everything you got going on right now. Grab the next flight, hop a train, hitchhike if you have to, but get your ass to Big Bend National Park. Say hello to the Rio Grande. There's the RV park right over there. Okay, roadies, I drove the 30 miles to Chisos Mountain Lodge, and I chose the 10-mile round-trip trail that goes to Emery Peak, the highest point in Big Bend National Park, 7,831 feet. And the ranger told me that also, if I want to drive an additional hour, that there's desert trails, and is what he said, it's what Big Bend is noted for and why people come here. I had no clue. So I don't know if, take a look at this, if this is the peak, or not. I have no idea if that's it. I just started about half a mile ago. Started at 11:11 a.m. He said it would take 6 hours. I don't know if that accounts for stops or not, but I'm much heavier today in my pack and I feel it. 4 bottles of water instead of 2. and extra food. And I feel it already, definitely. And I've been doing nothing but going uphill. So this is going to be a challenging day. But feels great out. There's an estimated 15 to 20 black bears right here in Chisos Mountains, and another 24 mountain lions. And there's signs everywhere telling you what to do if you encounter them. The only thing I've been seeing so far is deer. Not today, but in general. All right, roadies, I'll be back. Hey, I want to show you the peaks that are surrounding me. That's the one I showed you before. I don't think that's it. I pan around, I'm thinking it's either right there. Oh, that's cool. The sun is rising right over it. Or this one at the other end, right there. The one in the middle looks taller, but that could be because I'm closer. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. It's 12:47. Take a look at this view. Yeah, that happens all the time. Constantly dropping my trekking poles. When I was coming in the park yesterday, about the final 5-mile stretch of road was straight down the teeth, and just the giant mountains of the park were staring at me dead ahead. It was pretty marvelous. When I leave here today, I'll park at the visitor center and walk down the road maybe a quarter mile and turn around and show you what I was looking at. See if I can give you a good appreciation of how spectacular it is. I have no idea how far I've gone, but I'm at 3,238 steps. This is what it's like uphill. Flipping amazing. Pretty dang cool, wouldn't you agree? As I know you would. Alright, I gotta put the poles back in hand and get moving. I had to unload the pack because now it's rock climbing. And I gotta say, I've never done this before, and I have no knowledge or experience with rock climbing. I do not want to look backwards. I just let 5 or 6 guys come down, and they told me that I'm gonna have the top to myself. There's the peak. Oh. Okay, let me give it a look real quick so you can see I just came up these rocks. I've been climbing. I didn't have the GoPro on the whole time. My voice is shaking. I gotta remember which way I come down. How am I gonna remember that? What can I put there? Okay, I started at 11:11 a.m. and it's 2:10, so let's get to 2:11. Be 3 hours on the way up. 4,192 steps. Should be 2.5 hours down because it was all uphill. Like leaving breadcrumbs. Oh crap. Temperature dropped considerably on the way up here. Slow down, no hurry. Yes, I did it. 7,831 feet, top of Emery Peak, Big Bend. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm feeling a little weird. All right. Okay, roadies, I'm heading down. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was a weird feeling. It was both euphoric and unnerving at the same time. But now I got my pack back on and my trekking poles, and I still gotta traverse down these rocks just to get back to the trail. Good news is almost the entire length of the trail back is going to be downhill. I need to shed some weight from my pack. I need to find some ways to do that. This towel I'm carrying, I don't need it. I already have a camp towel that's quick dry in a pouch. Takes up little space and it's lightweight. So I can ditch this. Don't need my hat. I got my beanie and my bandana. I think I'm going to skip the peanut butter and jelly. Those jars are way too heavy. And when you get a full pack of tortilla shells, they're heavy too. I think I'm going to go with just a lot of snacks through the day. A lot of Cliff Bars, peanuts, trail mix, and then just have my meal with my alcohol stove at night with some pasta and tuna boiled up. And that'll reduce some weight for sure. Oh, looking good here, looking good. I couldn't have spent very much time talking about too many things on the way up. I was just breathing way too hard and I used up way too much oxygen. and it would have been obvious that I was struggling the way the words would have come out. I mean, heck, you can hear me breathing hard now. Maybe some of you are looking at this like, that doesn't look like any fun at all. It looks hard. What's he doing it for? And on the contrary, this is the absolute best. And anything worthwhile shouldn't be easy. All right, it looks like, oh, I've made it through the worst of it. Did I? I wonder at what point I'm going to snap a trekking pole. And then when it snaps, my weight is all on it and I go flying forward. I'm gonna go get back to the truck, drive to the visitor center at the park entrance, and do like I said, see if I can get you guys that view coming in. Ow, I just hit my head on the tree. And then I'm going to go back to the RV. I'm not much of a beer drinker, but I'm going to have a cold beer. And I've heard so many people talk about hiking that they can't wait till I get into town. And one of the first things they say is they want to get a cold beer, and usually it's for the calories. Last night was pretty cool. It's a small RV park, and I'd say half the RVers there, the community, they all came out together and had like this potluck barbecue dinner, and it just happened to be right next to my rig. And I got back from the the hiking. I said, "Hey, have you eaten yet?" I said, "No, I gotta get in and take a shower. I've been out all day." "No, I gotta come over and get something to eat first." Okay. So they fed me, and that was great. So I do appreciate that. All right, that's enough. Well, it took me exactly 5 hours and 30 minutes today to go up and down from the Emery Peak, the Pinnacle Trail. My feet are sore, and I turned my right ankle 5 times on the way down, and I hyperextended my left knee twice and my right knee twice. It was so steep going up that, of course, it's going to be steep coming down, and all the loose rocks underneath the feet, if they just gave way at all, you lose your footing. So I'm going to be sore in the morning and achy. So right there is what I was looking at the whole time I was driving in yesterday. So I want to show it to you. Whoop. Pretty spectacular, huh? Just say yes. You know it is. All right, that is it for today. I'm heading back. I got 20 more miles to drive back to the RV village, and got something different planned for tomorrow. Plus it's championship football Sunday, and I've got my satellite, and definitely want to watch that. So I'm gonna do something different in the early afternoon. I'll let you know about that tomorrow. After yesterday, I fully expected to get up today and be sore and achy, and especially stiff in the knees. But not even close, bud. I feel like $900, all in 20s. But it's still going to be a light day. Central Time, 2 o'clock, the Patriots Broncos come on, and it's 12 o'clock right now. So I just went out for a little walk behind the campground. It's a small little nature trail. I didn't even bring anything with me except for a bottle of water. Left the pack back at the RV and my phone, my camera. And I just walked back. I guess it's a mile round trip. Walk back, grab my phone, because there's one thing I wanted to show you. That's all, this one. So, what you can do here is, if you have your passport, which I do, I got my passport, right down the road from the campground, there are rowboats that will take you across the Rio Grande River and into Mexico. And from there, you can either walk a mile, or for $5, you can take a mule to the nearest town and have some lunch. And maybe even a cerveza or two. And the rowboat ride is $5 round trip. And I was gonna do it. I had thought about it. My stomach isn't really a huge fan of Mexican food, and now when you're talking authentic, I might have had a problem getting back across the Rio Grande River in a rowboat, if you know what I mean. So I'm back up at this lookout point, and watch my step here, and then I'll get to it. This is what I want to show you. So there is the Rio Grande River winding through and around. And then there it is. There's Mexico. There's the little town across the river. We can take the rowboat or mule afterwards and get some food. It's pretty cool. It's just the one thing I want to show you. From up here, it just is. It's kind of strange. The mountains are everywhere, and just this little village just sitting there. And just met 2 guys who were dry camping, and they're in an old van. It's been converted for them to travel around so they can sleep in it. They got 2 motorcycles on a lift in the back, out of college, and they're traveling around. It's really cool. They said no wife, no kids, no debt. And they actually invited me to come with them in the rowboat over, which I really appreciate the invitation. I'm sure it'd have been pretty cool, and I'm thankful that they invited me. Everybody, everywhere I've gone, in all of these parks and campgrounds, the hiking community, mountain bikers, RVers, everybody's been great. Everybody's so nice. And I thanked him, and he asked me again, come on. I said, I just grabbed my camera, man. I'm gonna go back to where I just was so I could film the village for my roadies. And they were pretty psyched that I was doing the Appalachian Trail. It seemed like it's something that they were wanting to do at some point. And they asked about this channel, the YouTube channel. So maybe they're watching, and they'll know that I'm giving them a shout out and a thank you here at Big Ben. And hope you guys enjoy the rowboat ride over to Mexico and have a good meal. And then wherever you're going next, have a great time. All right, I'm gonna head back down over to the campsite, put my TV outside in this beautiful weather, look around me. It's Sunday afternoon, January 24th. Oh, get this, real quickly. Two people have said that it's supposed to reach 87 degrees today. I don't even know how that's even possible. It's warm out, but it's gorgeous. 87. And then 2 hours away from here, where I'm going to Davis Mountains, I've heard that on Tuesday, 48 hours away after I leave, it's supposed to be in the 20s and snowing. What a different climate change. I hope it is. I'd like to get some snow hiking on video. I will see you soon. It's my final day in Big Bend National Park. Tomorrow, I'm driving 46 miles to the other side of the park to Terlingua. I'm gonna have some lunch there, and I'm gonna spend a couple hours in the historic Terlingua ghost town. So I will be able to share that with you too. Hopefully it'll be pretty cool and enjoyable. I imagine it's got to be somewhat okay, right? If it's promoted as historic. Then from there, it's 2 hours straight up north on 118 to Davis Mountains, where it's said to be coming, a cold front coming in, and could be looking at snow, which will also be pretty cool because I'll hike in that and be able to put it on video. But it's just been absolutely perfect here every day. It's warm today because it was hot yesterday. It's warm, but the sun is out every day. The skies are clear. I'm just having a great time. Today I'm hiking the Hot Springs Canyon Trail, which is what I did the first afternoon I got here, but I only did a portion of it. I did not go all the way to the hot springs and complete the loop. So we're going to do that today and get to show you the hot springs, which I'm probably about an hour and a half away from at this point. Nobody out here. Just me. Want to hear something pretty cool? I know you do. Why would you want to hear something uncool? Alright, so check this. The other day when I did Emery Peak in the Chisos Mountains, as soon as I got to the trailhead, of course I wanted to time myself after the ranger told me it was 6 hours. Looked at my Garmin, it was 11:11 a.m. Well, I went to bed early the night before, and I woke up at, come on, you know exactly what I'm going to say. Woke up at 11:11 p.m. and heard coyotes howling. About 3 different occasions. Sounded like just one, though, going through his cadence. I've never heard that before. How would I? I mean, I've always been in Florida. But let me assure you, it sounds exactly the way it does when they put them in the movies. It sounded like a movie. At first, I thought that it was my neighbors still partying from when I went to bed, because I asked them the next day what time they shut it down, and they said like 8:30. I'm like, oh, okay. I woke up after 11. I heard whooping and hollering and thought it was y'all. Turns out it was the coyotes. That was pretty cool. 6 mile day today. Feeling good. After I finish up today, I got to do laundry, gas up. And while that's happened, I could finally sit down there at the visitor center while the laundry is going and use their Wi-Fi connection. Still no cell service there though anyway. That's going to take me a while to get out of this area. All right. Want to see? No GoPro today. Gotta watch the trail markings through here. The first day when I got here, I got off trail and was by the cliff's edge, which was cool because I ended up seeing several big bucks down by the Rio Grande water from the distance. I took a picture, but it might have been way too far to be discernible in any way. All right, so let me show you this. When you're out doing long distance hiking, a lot of you already know this, but you know, my parents don't, and some of my friends don't, who are following along. Like on the Appalachian Trail, you're looking for the white blaze markings to let you know you're on the trail and going the right way. And you'll even see white blazes painted on rocks if no trees are in the area. Well, out here, there's none of that. They have two things. One, this cluster of rocks right there, it's put there purposely, telling you don't go over that. So I have to turn. And then if you go quite a ways with really no markings at all, and you're still wondering, hey, this is just wide open and just rock, am I still going the right way? Well, you look for two things. One, that again, more rocks purposely put there to say don't go across there, even though I just came from the same flat. Keep following along. And then the second thing is, in replace of like a white painted blaze marking, you'll see a small stack of rocks like a pyramid. And it's obvious that they're not part of the natural landscape, that they're stacked there to let hikers know that, yep, you're going the right way and you're on the right trail. And here's one here. So they just stacked up on there. And a lot of times you see them in the really, really small clusters. Like the size, it'll go from a softball to a baseball to a ping pong ball. And that makes it so completely obvious that it's a trail marking. Just to assure you that you're not lost. Well, I'm in a wide open area. You want to see this? You want to check this out? Desert out there. There's supposed to be some fantastic desert hiking. The ranger told me that the drive is about an hour away. And I got lots of stuff to do before I leave tomorrow. Still getting my money's worth, that's for sure. Still fantastic. All right, it looks like that the rest of the way, mostly anyway, to the hot springs. So, roadies, I will catch you when I get to the spring. I just sprayed DEET on my arms and neck for the first time. And I'll tell you why. It's no joke that everything in Texas is bigger. The flies here would kick the crap out of the flies in Florida. It's like Hulk Hogan against Johnny Manziel. They're enormous. And they're loud too. It's like they're flying around with some mini bullhorn. I see water ahead. See you soon. Alright, so I made it to the hot springs. It's pretty cool and I'm not alone. Say hello.
Hey, hey.
What do you think? About 105 degrees in here or something? 105. Got some palm trees out here. Palm trees. Let me show you. I'm at the end of the trail, so I'm gonna turn back around and go back. And when I get there, if I remember, I'll take a picture of the road runners for you. There's road runners all over the campground. Beep, beep.